Well, greetings, Cap fans. Welcome to episode 274 of the Captain America Comic Book Fans Podcast. I'm your host. My name is Rick Verbanis. You know me, and you also know my co host, the best gosh darn one out there. His name is Bob Lucius. Oh, Bob. Henry Kissinger, how I'm missing you. You're so chubby and so neat. With your funny clothes and your squishy nose, you're like a German parakeet. All right, some people say that you don't care, but you got nicer legs than Hitler and bigger tits than Cher. Henry Kissinger, how I'm missing ya and wishing you were here.
All right, I think I got this one.
Yeah,
Was it the Beatles?
it was not.
It was not the Beatles?
It
Oh
was
my
not the
gosh.
Beatles.
Normally, I have a pretty good shot at it being the Beatles with you. I have no
Uh-huh.
idea who that was.
That was Monty Python, Mr. Eric Idle.
Was it really?
Yeah, 1980 album that they did. It was a song called Henry Kissinger.
Wow. Okay. I am unfamiliar with that
Yeah, and that was
particular
the
tune.
that was the second half of the song. I didn't go the full song. But yeah, Bob, why am I greeting you with a Monty Python song?
Well, we are covering Captain America 193 tonight, first issue of the MadBomb story arc, and it does feature none other than Henry Kissinger.
Henry Kissinger.
Yeah.
So Bob, for our listeners who may be of a certain age, not our age, and maybe not do not know who Henry Kissinger was, maybe you could give them a quick tutorial.
Sure. So he was the national security advisor under, I think, Nixon,
Hmm.
and then eventually became Secretary of State as well. I think like a 56th Secretary of State, something like that. And he served until I think, gosh, when did he serve? Certainly through the end of Ford's term, I believe.
Yes. Hmm.
Yeah. Just
Yeah.
passed away 2 years ago, if I'm
Yes,
not
at the
mistaken.
age of
180, I think.
100.
100, yeah.
Yeah.
So very controversial character, Rick.
Yes.
Yeah, either is deeply respected or deeply reviled.
Hmm.
Not a lot of middle ground for Henry.
Yeah. Depends on what side of the fence you're on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for sure. But for a couple decades there, very much in the news, very much a public figure, public face, a public name that people recognize. So the fact that he made it into this
Yeah,
1976 comic was a pretty big deal.
yeah, and a voice, right? I mean, he had a very heavy accent that I
Yes.
think was recognizable if you heard it, kind of like Jacques Gabor.
Mm.
So yeah, so definitely people would have what when this came out. Henry Kissinger's in it. I know kids
Hmm.
these days wouldn't probably know it, but that was like a big deal
Kids
back
these
then.
days, I probably Gen Zers wouldn't really know who he is.
Yeah, right. That's what I mean. Kids.
Yeah,
Did you
okay.
think I was talking about us, Rick?
Not at all. Not at all. Bob, here we are. I believe it's January 14th for people who are listening to this when it comes out. How's the new year going for you?
Wow, it's amazing, Rick. I
people
think.
people we're recording this 3 weeks before, so it's like, Bob, you should ask me, like, Rick, how are you feeling about the Eagles in the playoffs? I mean, I'm gonna be like,
you
I
know,
don't know.
if you had asked me this, 3 weeks before, say, or even 10 days before the end of 1999, I would really be hedging my bets. Planes could have been falling out of the sky.
Sure.
All sorts of things could have happened at that
Yeah.
Y2K, right?
Yeah.
But I'm every bit as unwilling to to put my cards on the table for January 14th at this point. So
I know, right?
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you might as well ask me, hey, Rick, how's that dry January going? I'm like, I'll let you know when I start.
Yeah. Well, I hope I'm doing well, Rick, because I spoke to my physician
Uh-huh.
3 weeks ago, and following some a physical and some routine blood work,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I got the nurse calls me and says, "Well, your LDL is a little high.
Yeah. I
Uh,
heard that.
yeah, you probably, and this is where they throw that euphemism at you. You can probably just deal with that with diet and lifestyle change." And I'm
Mm.
like, Brenda, just say it. Just say I need to exercise more. Don't beat around the bush here with lifestyle change. It's not like you expect me to take up painting, you know?
Yeah. That's
Right?
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, I hope I'm doing
Lifestyle
very
change.
well. Yeah.
Yes, yes. Well, Brenda, I am married and happily married.
That's right.
There will be no lifestyle
No
change.
lifestyle change. Yeah. Gosh.
Uh, yeah, I hear you. I my I did my end of the year physical, and I knew I probably was going to have a little bit of high cholesterol. The good news is it is less than it was a year ago.
Now that is good
So it
news.
is it
Yeah.
is less. Still a little, it's one of those. It's not high, but
Yeah.
it's like borderline.
Well, they just elevated.
Yeah, yeah. So, and then I
Right.
get a call and they leave a voice message and they're basically like, yeah, the doctor recommends that you, exercise more and watch, try to lose some weight and watch, your what you eat. And I'm
Yeah.
like, exercise more. I
Right.
work out.
Yeah.
I work out uh 5 to 6 times a week. I
Yeah.
can't exercise more.
Right.
You know
That's
what
a
I mean?
growth industry for me. But yeah, you're like hitting the gym like,
Yeah.
Lou Ferrigno.
Well, I don't know about that. But I certainly can't exercise more.
Yeah.
And listen, that wasn't a flex.
No, I know. I know. Yeah.
Yeah. I've
Yeah.
just where I need to do better is count my calories and make a few different lifestyle changes when it
Yeah.
comes to what I'm eating. So
Yeah.
I have no idea on January 14th how I'm doing with that, but
Maybe
I
we
have
should
hope.
set the example for our listeners slash viewers, Rick. And I've been watching a lot of like Grit in Me TV. The Grit does all the westerns from the 50s and 60s, and Me
Okay.
TV does all the like Archie Bunker and Wonder Woman and
Mm.
Batman and Love
Hmm.
Boat. And they always advertise those little treadmills that are like yay big, and they just go at the bottom of your chair, and so you can watch TV. I'm saying we should be doing that while we're doing this podcast, walking on
Oh,
our
okay. I was
little.
gonna say I don't watch a lot of TV, so that'd be kind of
Yeah,
tough for me.
we
But
could walking on our lot, well, doing our little treadmills while we're doing our show.
oh, okay.
Yeah,
That doesn't.
set
I
the good
didn't think
example.
that that's what you were doing with
Oh.
those motions. By the way,
I
I
love
my
the
mind went
company.
somewhere else.
I love the company. Yeah.
uh,
Can you sing
uh,
some more?
no, that's okay. So I, speaking of working out, I don't consider this working out, but I went to my chiropractor and my PT tonight, and we're actually recording this a day. We normally we record on Tuesday evenings because of the holidays. We're recording on Monday evening, and I have a bi-weekly appointment where I go in, I get adjusted, and then I do like 30 to 40 minutes with my PT because I just got some issues I got to work on, right? And he's the one who told me I need to work out less.
Oh,
Um,
wow.
yeah. Uh, and in any case, um, I'm I'm there tonight, and I'm wearing this sweatshirt. Okay,
Yeah.
underneath. Okay, in the
Yeah.
honor of Jack Kirby, I got a
Okay.
Jack Kirby T-shirt.
Nice. All right.
Right,
Yeah.
right, and in the honor of Jack Kirby, I have some Captain America socks with a little Jack Kirby Captain America head on it.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then for James Foley, yes, James, I am wearing the boxer briefs with the Captain America on there. I know, TMI.
Yeah.
But in any case,
Yeah.
I'm like, when else am I going to wear it?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm one of those people. You give me something, I'm going to wear it,
Right.
and I wear it on the days that I record. For those who did not know that, but in any case, I'm I'm on the floor,
Yeah.
and I'm on a roller, and
Yeah.
I'm like, doing these exercises, and my sweatpants, my joggers are creeping up a little bit, and you can see the socks. And my guy says to me, he says, because he mentioned, he saw the sweatshirt, and he
Yeah.
says, "Oh yeah, that's a cool sweatshirt." Blah blah blah. And then he goes, "Ah, do you have Captain America socks too?" And I'm like, "Yeah, keep going. I got more."
Yeah.
And then I told him, I was like, "Yeah, I'm wearing it because it's recording day."
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So you called out James Foley. Why is that, Rick?
Oh, well, James had made the comment before when I had, I don't know, maybe like a year ago. Um, when I mentioned my Captain America boxer briefs,
Uh-huh.
he left a response saying, "Hey Rick,
Ah,
TMI."
okay. Yeah. They
Yeah.
they don't understand, Rick. They don't understand how words hurt. You
They
know?
don't understand my commitment.
Well, that's true. Yeah, that's true. Just today. Now, mind you, this is 3 weeks prior to release date. Two of our listeners and Facebook members were making fun of me in the Facebook group about the fact that I don't open boxes. Can you believe that, Rick?
Who were they? You want to name them?
Tom Boyd, Grant Ball. So
Oh,
yeah,
Tom and
I
Grant.
see you
Hmm.
guys. Yeah, they're right, of course, but
Of
yeah,
course, yeah.
yeah.
I didn't catch that. What was it on? Was it about
uh,
the gift I gave you?
No, it was a Grant had done a little video and he was talking about the issue in volume 7 where Steve Rogers invites Jet back to his apartment and he's got
Hmm.
his big museum,
Oh yeah, right, yeah.
right?
Uh-huh.
And Tom said that it probably looks a lot like Bob's garage, except everything would be in boxes. And he's right, of course.
Of course. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah. All right. All right. Well, hey,
I
our
do
our
feel
li-
seen.
our
So
listeners know
yeah,
us.
yeah,
Yeah, I gotta say, Bob, it is such we always record 3 weeks out, right? But this time of year, it's just really weird. Like we
it
can't
is.
talk about things.
Right.
Like it's like
Yeah.
we're a couple days away from Christmas,
Yeah.
right? So it's like we can't talk about Christmas. We can't talk about New Year's. We can't talk about
Yeah.
anything else that's like, holidays or going
Right.
on,
Yeah.
the new year, or what'd you do
Right.
during your holiday break? Because we haven't done it yet.
Right. That's right. I mean, you record 3 weeks early in April. You're just 3 weeks late in April
Yeah.
when it comes out.
Right.
Like, so what?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a lot compressed into this time of year.
Yeah.
So
We do our anniversary special. We do, we usually have a guest the first week of, you know what I mean? Like
right.
we're
Yeah.
all out of whack.
Yeah. And it's just the craziness of this time of year as well, which I know many of the listeners can relate to of like time
Hmm.
flies, and there's a lot getting done or not getting done as the case may be,
Yeah.
this time of year. So,
I will say, and this is a couple weeks late, maybe even 3 weeks late. Um, we got a really good reaction to those Chris Giarusso Happy Holidays daily posts that I've been doing in the group. I did the 12 days of Christmas, and I basically took 12 different Chris Giarusso Happy Holidays uh, pieces of art that he has done over the years, and at noon every day Eastern time, I have posted those, and they've gotten a lot of good responses. I think I'm going to try to do this every year.
yeah, they're fun, right? I mean, they're eye catching. I mean, they're like, they're whimsical. That's what I'm going for.
Exactly.
They're whimsical and they just bring a little joy into your life and a little giggle. Who can't use that halfway through the day?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I had that dream again. My small business needs to hire, but I don't use LinkedIn and I hire wrong. So our orders get all backed up. We're drowning in paperwork, then actually drowning. Carol is fighting off sharks with a stapler and pirates are pillaging the office copier and then I wake up.
Don't let hiring nightmares ruin your dreams. LinkedIn Jobs' new AI assistant goes beyond the resume, using unique insights to deliver a smarter shortlist. Post your job for free at linkedin.com/quality. Start hiring today with LinkedIn.
All right, Bob, I think we should be getting to today's issue. So we are kicking off the 2026 Long Tail Story. So this is the second week of every month. We do a continuation of a story. And the one that we've picked for this year is the return of Jack Kirby to the pages of Captain America and Marvel, for that matter, right around the bicentennial, leading up to the bicentennial, I should say. And it's the classic MadBomb story where Jack is writing, he's drawing, and so on. And so we're kicking that off today. And the goal here in July, when our country is celebrating 250 years, we're going to be doing the comic that is celebrating 200 years. So it's 50 years later, and we're doing it. So I don't know. I thought there was a lot of symmetry there, and thought it'd be fun for us to cover.
Yeah, of course, right, and that's a beloved issue as well as this is a kind of a beloved story arc. So a lot of folks were excited for us to do it, and it's a seminal story. Like if you think of like, oh, okay, let's think of some key story arcs. MadBomb always jumps out as one of those that made an impression on people. So yeah, definitely worth doing.
Yep. And the release date for this particular issue, which is Captain America 193, it was October 14th, 1975. And the cover date is January 1976. The cover, classic cover. This is a cover done by Jack Kirby and John Romita Sr., and it is been used and reused over and over again with Marvel marketing materials that you will have seen. They've done, all kinds of. I think back in the day, they were doing these spiral binders and notebooks and
Trapper keepers. And,
and they had mugs. Stickers, and that was back then. And since then, of course, this particular cover has been on people's T-shirts and posters and things like that. So, Bob, do you want to take this cover through so our listeners get an idea about it?
Yeah. So, I mean, it is a pretty stunning cover, Rick. It is a city scene, and the city's on fire, right? And there is a huge crowd of very angry people carrying all manner of weapons, baseball bats, metal pipes, guns, knives, sticks, and they're chasing two people down the road toward the reader, Rick. One of them is Captain America. He's front and center, and he's got the shield in his left hand, and he is charging toward us, and with a look of grim determination on his face. And over behind him on his right side is the Falcon, and the Falcon is charging behind him, but his head is turned back looking toward the crowd. So, and it is a crowd of dozens that is chasing them with fury in their eyes. So it is, I mean, you're like, what the heck's going on here, Rick? And there's no doubt that this is why this cover is probably in the top 5 known covers of Captain. I bet if you went down to a certain store right now that sells, all sorts of knickknack and decorative items. It's a very well-known store. You will walk in. They always have a little section on comic book stuff, DC and Marvel, and you will find this in a framed print of some sort, right? Because it's that well-known.
Yeah, 100%. And it's been used for marketing purposes, I mentioned. So, yeah, it's a really, really cool cover. And one of the things that it says on the cover, it says, King Kirby is back and greater than ever. And so just to kind of paint the scene here, so Kirby has been gone over to the Distinguished Competition, also known as DC Comics.
Right.
And been over there for 5 years. So Kirby left Marvel in 1970 due to creative differences. Um, and we won't say really why. Stanley. And the, you know, went over there for 5 years doing all kinds of cool stuff. And then Marvel coaxed Jack back. Now, one of the things that Jack insisted on was that he would be able to be the full creative for whatever he works on,
Mhm.
writer, illustrator, editor. And he also said that he didn't want to um, take over a book that already had an established, creative team on, which I thought was really, really honorable on his part. Um, so at this time, Captain America did not have an established creative team. It's been a few years, and so he basically came back to Captain America with this issue, and again, it had been 5 years since he had been with Marvel, and a little longer since he'd been on Captain America, and when he came back, this was his first project for Marvel, and then after a few months, he launched in early, like maybe like spring of 1976. He launched the Eternals from scratch. So Eternals #1. And then he was doing like 2001: A Space Odyssey, doing an adaptation of that. And then later in '76, he launched a brand new Black Panther series. So true to his word, he wasn't like taking creative teams off of their books. He was starting his own, but none bigger or brighter than this one right here.
And there's one anomaly about this cover, Rick. Anomaly about this cover. I'm sure it jumps right out at you. Just Captain America.
Yes. So this particular one, he has been Captain America and the Falcon up to this point, and yes, Falcon is not on it. Not only is it does not say "and the Falcon," but it also doesn't have Sam Wilson's character on the other side of the logo. I'm guessing it was because they wanted to have space for they didn't want to put little blurbs over this amazing art, right? So where the Falcon would be standing, that's where the blurb says King Kirby is back and greater than ever. And then underneath where it would say and the Falcon, it says MadBomb. It can destroy the world. That's my guess.
Good theory. Yeah,
Because next issue, it's back.
it's back. Yeah,
Yeah.
they are certainly earned his keep on the cover.
Absolutely. So the creators, as I had already mentioned, Jack's doing the writing, the penciling, the editing, the inker, and he got to pick his own inker too. In this case, it was Frank Giacoia, colorist Janice Cohen, and letterer John Costanza. No relation to George. All right, I'm going to actually grab my issue off the rack. 25 cents, Bob. 25 cents got you this back in late 75.
It's a lot cheaper. I hauled the omnibus off the shelf for this tonight, and definitely a lot cheaper than the omnibus.
All right, so we open it up, and there is a splash of a giant mouth, and we're just seeing lips and teeth essentially, and it's yelling and standing in front of the mouth. And again, this mouth is in relation to Captain America and Falcon, it's probably like 10 feet tall.
Yeah,
right?
for sure. Yeah.
And Cap and the Falcon are holding their ears with their hands and grimacing in pain as this mouth is yelling. And it says at the top, "The great American bicentennial is coming. But will it be a time for joy or the moment of this country's greatest danger? There are those who know. the hidden heroes in a vast, desperate search for the most malignant conspirators in our history and their insidious creation, the MadBomb. And the title to this one is, Bob?
Screamer in the Brain.
Stan Lee presents Captain America and the Falcon. I like that, Jack Kirby's like, nope, I'm writer, artist, editor, but Stan Lee's like, I'm still presenting the book.
Nice try. Yeah.
So we turn the page, and it is Captain America in uniform, Sam Wilson in uniform as the Falcon. And the two of them are sitting at a kitchen table in an apartment about to arm wrestle. Or actually, they're in the process of arm wrestling, right arm to right arm. And in the background, we see Layla. Layla. She is, who is she, Bob?
Well, she is the sometimes on, sometimes off again girlfriend of Sam.
Yeah. And she looks like she's pouring some coffee. And it reads, "The trial of the Falcon is ended, and its memories put out of the minds of Sam Wilson and Cap. And so, days later in New York, bring on the health food, Layla. It may save the Falcon from a bruised ego. I don't know how you clowns con me into brewing Java for you, but don't make a habit of it. Don't fret, little Layla. Cap's happily deluding that he can put me down." Delusion, eh? I could feel you weakening, my friend, turning to mere putty in my grip. Take this stuff, heroes, before I throw it at you. Hold it, Layla. Things are going my way. He's almost out of the ballgame. At that moment, the mind wave strikes. It lances out of nowhere, an evil and invisible phenomenon, which causes Cap to explode with hate. And Bob, what is this mind wave?
I don't know, but it looks like a crazy wavy wave that is emanating from somewhere else, and it's striking the forehead of Captain America, right smack dab in the A.
Got him right in the A.
That's gotta hurt.
Oh, it really does. And honestly, this invisible phenomenon, of course, whenever I see phenomenon, you know what I think of?
What?
Phenomena. Do, 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 do. Phenomena. Do, 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 do. I swear, that's what I always think of. But Cap gets an angry look in his face, Bob, and he yells out, "I'll break you, Falcon." Huh? The Falcon receives the next salvo. It instantly ignites the fury and frustration beneath the color of Snap Wilson's skin. He roars in anger. "Try it, Whitey. Just try it, and I'll..." Tempers flare. Friends become deadly enemies, and shouts turn to blows. And sure enough, the two of them now are fighting each other, and the chairs go flying back, and the table gets pushed over. "That does it. I'm going to hammer you into the ground." Good Lord. Suddenly, Cap draws back. He struggles to repress his violent feelings. "Wait. Back off, Falcon. What we're doing is madness. You're right. We were acting like fools." Marshaling forces of superb discipline, the two superheroes recover their sanity. But Layla is not so fortunate. And what's happening to her?
Well, she has picked up a knife, Rick, and she's got a crazed look in her face. And once again, we see that crazy wavy wave striking her in the forehead.
"Layla, put down that knife. Not until I finish off the two of you." And Sam goes up and he holds back her wrist. "Let me go. Don't stop me. I've got to..." Cap, she slipped her tracks. Just like we did. Something's wrong. "No, Layla, stop. Disarm her before she injures herself with that knife." And Cap picks up his shield. Cap knows nothing about the MadBomb, but its effect has already spread to the streets. A brick suddenly shatters one of the windows,
Crash!
and it ricochets off of Bob's shield. Or Cap's shield. The sound of chaos filters into the apartment. What's happening? Has a whole town freaked out? Listen to that noise. Stay with Layla. I'm going out there. And we turn the page. A moment later, Cap is greeted by an indescribable sight. Bob, describe it.
It is indescribable, but I'll do my best, Rick. So it looks like there are several fights going on down below the fire escape, but there's also people hanging from the fire escape. A man looking out the window who looks like he wants to get involved in that fight. It's a bedlam, Rick.
Great Jupiter. The streets are jammed with people. They're behaving like wild animals. That man firing the pistol. I'll have to stop him before someone stops a bullet.
Pow!
Uh-oh, he's seen me. I hope he's bad with moving targets. Ha ha ha! You're a dead duck! Sorry, friend. This duck doesn't aim to please.
Wham!
Cap acts quickly to tranquilize the gun-happy pedestrian. A little sleep will do wonders for you.
Splat!
Ugh! Suddenly, and a guy comes up behind Cap and puts his arms around him and starts choking him. Gotcha, man. You ain't jabbing your way out of this. Ha ha ha! Easy, fella. Stay cool. Even as Cap rids himself of another attacker, he finds himself in the center of a destructive human horde. And he does. He flips the man. And there's a guy there with a metal pipe of some sort. Smash everything! Everything! They're all raving mad. It's as if every mental institution in the city has released its inmates. Heave! Heave! Turn the car over! It's a lot of fun! Ha ha ha! There's no stopping it. This insane vandalism is out of control. Everyone seems bent on destroying whatever they see. It is the MadBomb at work, unseen and undiscovered. Its invisible waves are screaming in a sea of minds, driving the crowds to violence, creating a force against which even superheroes are helpless. And it is, Cap is being surrounded by this mob, most fighting each other, not necessarily him, but he's still being kind of trampled. For the first time in his career, Captain America finds himself unable to use his courage or strength to stem the overwhelming crunch of humanity unhinged from its anchor of stability. The crazed mob thins out. Cap is severely battered. His senses reel, and in his brain is a shrill, rising scream. Then he sees it, wedged in a space between two buildings. The MadBomb. And what do we see, Bob?
It looks almost like a hand grenade, like a pineapple hand grenade, Rick, but Kirby styled one. So it's gray and oval shaped and very, very bumpy.
Sounds inside my head. I'm strung out. Must control my nerves. Eh? What's that? Looks like some kind of mechanism. The mind waves grow stronger as Cap draws close. He struggles to resist the savage emotions that are boiling to the surface. What is it? What is it? Somehow, he senses that the thing is the source of his torment, the epicenter of the upheaval surrounding him. Slowly, painfully, Cap struggles forward. When he's within reach of the object, his iron will gives way. He yields to the demons in his brain. Cap becomes one of them. Ah! Ha! 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 I've got it! I've got it! Ha! Ha! Cap is completely absorbed in his find. He ignores the danger about him as he toys madly with it. And there's a civilian that comes up, and he's got a mallet in his hand, almost like a small version of Thor's hammer.
Yeah.
Hey, drop that. I want it. It's ugly. Very ugly. I don't care. If you don't give it to me, I'll. It's ugly. It ought to be smashed to pieces. Smashed. Smashed. Before the hammer descends on Cap, his shield demolishes the evil mechanism.
Crack!
The screaming suddenly stops, and in the ensuing silence, both men sink slowly to the ground. For a seemingly eternity, Cap seems to drift in an ocean of darkness, and when he finally regains consciousness, what happened? I I can't even remember passing out. I feel as though I've been sitting through reruns of old nightmares. Must get my head together. This town is in trouble. And we turn the page, and is a gigantic splash page. Captain America rises shakily to his feet and realizes how sorry he has underrated the situation. The madness seems to have subsided, but in its wake is a scene of utter disaster. Bob, what's going on?
Oh my gosh, it's crazy, Rick. It's, as you said, it's a full page splash, and it's a city street, and there are cars burning, there's buildings raging on fire, there are men and women strewn across the ground with debris everywhere, and everyone is waking up from this stupor, and they're either hobbling away or their clothes are torn and they're looking confused. It's a nightmare scenario.
It is, yeah, it is really, really bad. You have a lot of destruction. You have signs being torn down, cars on fire, smoke coming from manholes in the street. It is, in addition to the fire, things on fire, you even have the Kirby crackle there. And Cap looks around and he sees the people who are in distress. I haven't seen anything like this since World War II. The city is in complete shambles. Where am I? How did I get here? Suddenly, a huge sign detaches itself with a loud snap, and that old woman, trapped beneath the falling sign. It'll crush her. Help! Help me! Cap streaks to her aid, but another joins the rescue effort. Falcon! And Falcon does. He flies by. I'll do the job, Cap. You're still a little shaky on your pins. And he picks up the woman before it lands on her.
Pow!
Oh, don't worry, lady. It never touched us. Good work, pal. You really seem to know when you're needed. One good deed won't make up for what happened tonight. Our work is still ahead of us. Thank you, young man. Thank you. Now, I have to say, Bob, I don't know about you, but what came to my mind when Cap goes, that old woman, I just think of Monty Python and the Holy Grail. Man! What? I'm a man. Oh, from a distance, you look like. My name's Dennis. Well, I didn't know your name was Dennis. We didn't bother to ask, did you? That's what I think of. The old woman.
Yes, yes.
How's Layla? Has she calmed down? It seems like everyone has, but that won't shed any light on what happened. We've got a mystery on our hands. What caused all this? Was some kind of unnatural phenomenon responsible for this madness? Wait, I think I've got. And then, who comes out of the shadows, Bob?
Well, it's a Natalie attired man wearing a green suit and a matching green hat with dark sunglasses, Rick.
I'm sorry. Did you say Natalie
I
attired?
did, yeah.
What does that mean?
Just an old fancy word for being sharply attired.
Did your folks say that or something?
I watch a lot of period pieces.
I don't know Natalie attired.
Mhm.
I'm like, oh, you dressed like Natalie? Like, I don't. I'm like, what does that mean? Yeah. So there's a government agent. We're assuming. I've got the answer right here, superhero. At least it's one piece of the answer. I've arrived here too late to help, but I could clear up part of your mystery. This is it, a fragment of the mad bomb you crushed. I I remember seeing a strange object before I passed out. He called it MadBomb. That makes sense, considering what happened. A weapon that induces mass chaos. Incredible. It has a simulated human brain, which apparently transmits some kind of diabolical wave. Right, Mr. Shield Agent? That's what you are, am I correct? I'll give you all the details on our flight. You've got to leave with me right now. Your country says it's urgent. And Bob, we get a little inside look of this small broken piece of the Mad Bomb. What's it look like to you?
Yeah, well, it's standard Kirby, cybernetic sort of mechanical whiz bangery. But as the guy says, right there in the middle of it, looks like a very tiny brain of some sort,
Yeah.
connected to all the electrodes and wires.
Next panel, we see a jet, a passenger jet flying over mountains. That their country faces grave danger is now self evident. Captain America and the Falcon soon find themselves en route to an unknown destination. You say the government is aware of these mad bombs. Do they know who's making them? Every available SHIELD agent is on the case, but we're still batting zero. Oh, by the way, Bob, batting zero, that's a sports reference.
Ooh, I love those sports references.
Yeah. It's
Go
it's
team.
It's a baseball
Oh,
reference.
right.
Yeah, meaning they're not hitting with their bats.
That's not good.
No.
Okay.
No. That's why we slammed the lid on this thing. The news media reports your incident as a riot, but we know that we're faced with a fearful conspiracy. Conspiracy. In this year of the bicentennial, what an ironic twist of fate. Hours later, Cap's looking out the window. Looks like we've reached a sort of installation. Are we landing here? That's it. Mad bomb control. We're going in. The landing is made and the passengers disembark, but they're greeted with soldiers, Bob.
They are. There's a bunch of soldiers dressed in fatigues with look like automatic weapons.
You know the rules. Flash your ID. Relax the triggers, men. I've brought 2 VIPs. Man, these jocks sure are nervous. I'm not even going to sneeze. Spare the humor. Pass on. This is where we part company. When that door opens, walk in and keep going. Hey, what's going on in there? Let's just follow instructions, Falcon. The door silently opens, revealing a stark, dimly lit interior. Cap and the Falcon enter cautiously. Let's go, Falcon. No need to drag your feet. I can't explain it, but I'm getting bad vibes in here. The Falcon shoots a worried glance behind him as the door slides shut. Didn't you notice that door? It was about 4 feet thick. Whoever invited us doesn't intend to let us out. That's sheer nonsense. You're beginning to dramatize the security routing. Oh, yeah? You smell anything? Gas! Cap has an alarmed look on his face. Next thing you know, there is a bunch of clouds coming up into the corridor that they are. And Cap is coughing. There's no way back. Try to find some sort of opening ahead. Go! Go! Man, I'm going. The gas is fading out in the area. But look, what's coming our way? Flying rammers with the speed of missiles. Can't see. My eyes are smarting. With amazing agility, the Falcon darts between the hurtling rammers. Clear your vision, Cap. Here they come. Only Cap's swift reflexes save him when the rammers strike, and he puts his shield up, Bob.
Bam!
Got 'em all, except this one. And Cap reacts with lightning speed. His shield flashes and cuts through the rammer, just inches from his face. Which is pretty cool, because it's coming fast, apparently at the speed of a missile, and coming right at his face, but Cap's faster, and he takes his shield and he splinters the rammer.
The flying rammer.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now we get through a few pages of ads. I don't understand this. Can our own government be doing this to us? Why? Why? Maybe we've been suckered by the wrong crowd. That's why. We've reached a dead end. We're trapped. Suddenly, look out! The walls are closing in on us. And it's true, these brick walls keep moving in. We're not going to make it, man. It's bone crushing time, and it's our bones that are going to be crushed. Look around. Look for some gimmick. There, below. It's so tiny, I almost overlooked it. Hang on, Falcon. Cap's foot presses down upon what appears like a small button. Then the floor opens beneath the two. They plunge into the darkness below. In the nick of time, I'll say. Here goes anything. Good luck. Its short drop into another corridor. Like superb athletes, Cap and the Falcon land on their feet, ready for action. There's a light ahead. Let's move. The two waste little time. They leap towards the light and into the most surprising of situations. And what do we see, Bob?
Well, it is another full-page splash, Rick, and they come, Cap and the Falcon come flying out of a tunnel, but there is a control room in the back with a gentleman with headphones, and he's adjusting some circuitry, and he's
very
turning,
Kirby-esque.
very Kirby-esque, and he's turning and he's looking at another man in the foreground who is looking at his watch while paying attention to the two heroes arriving behind him.
They're coming through, Mr. Secretary. They cleared the panic course in record time. An amazing feat of coolness, timing, and dexterity. Looks like we found the bigwig room, but it still ain't out of the woods. If that's who I think it is, we should get some straight answers.
I've been waiting for this.
Ha, you dreamers, you. The test isn't over yet. We'll have our chat if you survive this final hurdle. I'm angry enough to tackle 100 hurdles. Back off, Falcon. I'll handle this. They're all yours. And we got what, like 4 guys?
Yeah.
Yeah, in plain clothes, come rushing in. Take him, men. Give him the full treatment. That's right, boys. If he is a superhero, let him prove it. A 90-pound weakling could do this if he is ready to blow his top. Look out! Cap strikes like a raging whirlwind, and in the results are about the same. By golly, he is tossing the entire Furschlinger crew. Stop. I ordered you to stop. Enough already. There's no need to turn this test into a massacre. Let him go, boys. You're dismissed. Yes, sir. There's no doubt that this is Captain America. You've given us quite a reception, Mr. Secretary. It wasn't exactly in the diplomatic manner. This is not a reception, and it is no time for diplomacy. We're dealing with a national emergency. I'm sorry, sir. I forgot about the conspiracy. I suppose it's a poor time to trust anyone. That's all right. I like you too. I apologize. You may call me Henny if you like. But right now, gentlemen, you must listen. Time grows short. While our agents search for the enemy, your problem is to find the next MadBomb. May I ask why you chose us for the job, sir? Perhaps it's because of today's incident. Does that qualify us for? No, no. The reason is special. I cannot disclose it at this time. Then, can you fill us in a bit? We know so little about this thing. Of course, of course. This closed circuit monitor will give you the required facts. One, two, three. The first mad bomb I've discovered was peanut, and this is what it did to Miners Junction, a small town, destroyed its maddened people. And what do we see on the picture screen, Bob?
Well, we don't see much, Rick, except a burning village of sorts.
An entire town, devastated by a weapon no larger than a toy whistle. It's a fiendish concept. It was only a primitive model. Our enemy began to produce a larger size, like the one we found in River City. Go on, sir. We labeled this one Dumpling, not much larger than the first. But there was what it left of River City, a population center of 200,000 people. And what does that look like, Bob?
And again, we see a town devastated, on fire and smoke and cars, and rubble everywhere, and not a person in sight.
Gentlemen, there is no need to tell you what I am driving at. You can imagine the horrible possibilities for yourselves. Yeah, the mad bomb that worked us over today was a much larger one, and the next one may be as big as a barrel. I shudder to think of its effect. Jumping catfish, it'll flatten the big cities. The rest of New York, Chicago, Los Angeles. Guess again, Mr. Super Duper. Our enemy is going for a broke. No, no, you don't mean. This photograph I'm about to show you is so top secret that I carry it around in my own pocket. I dare show it to no one. Not yet. It was found on one of our own agents, the one man who successfully penetrated an enemy installation. The man died before he could tell us anything. But he did have this. And he shows the image. I don't know if I want to see it, but I guess it's my duty to force myself. If this is the picture of a piano-sized mad bomb, we'd face a formidable task. Cap and the Falcon are transfixed with horror when they view the photo. I can't believe my eyes. It's worse than we thought. It's worse than anything ever imagined. It's all clear now, Falcon. The Secretary need say no more. The size of our job is geared to the size of that bomb, and we can't allow any room for failure. We can't fail. We mustn't fail. Not when our objective bears a label of Big Daddy. Big Daddy is designed to destroy the United States, and my guess is that he's timed to go off at the start of the bicentennial year. That is, unless we find him and destroy him, or die in the attempt. Bob, what's in the picture?
Oh my gosh. We saw what the small hand grenade size mad bomb that Cap destroyed early on in this story. This one is exponentially larger. It is probably 40 or 50 feet tall. It dwarfs the technicians standing around it working on this bomb.
Yeah, it's easily 2 to 3 stories tall.
Indeed, yeah.
Yeah. Next, Cap and the Falcon hit the trail, the most hazardous hunt of all time. Don't miss The Trojan Horde. All right, Bob. Kirby's back. What'd you think?
Kirby is back, and it's got all the hallmarks of Kirby, Rick. Yeah, the language, the catchphrases, some of which I had to look up because I was curious.
Yeah, something about on the pins or something.
Yeah, and the jocks, and just the technology. It's classic Kirby, right?
It is
Classic
and,
Kirby.
and if you were missing Kirby, got you just got a mouthful. You just were like, yeah, like you're
Yeah,
excited. You've been missing Kirby, then here you go.
jackpot.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Jackpot. I see what you did there.
This is good stuff, Rick.
Yeah.
This is good stuff.
Yeah,
So.
indeed. All right. So interesting start of the story,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
Kind of immediately pulls you in within the first page. Of all of a sudden, there's this fight going on between Steve and Sam, and then we realize it's something else is causing it. Like they didn't hide the fact that there's this thing called MadBomb. It's on
No,
the
they didn't
cover.
waste any time getting to it. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, there's no buildup. If this was an Ed Brubaker story, this would have taken that first few pages would have lasted the whole issue.
Yes, you're right.
Right? Like there was been a big buildup to it.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. No, he cuts right to the chase that this is what they're dealing with. I mean, they obviously don't know the who, but they know the what.
Mm-hmm.
I was a little surprised though, Rick. I mean, you must have noticed that there were at least two occasions in this story, three actually, if you think about it, that Falcon was sort of outperforming Captain America.
How so?
First one, I mean, I love Sam, but there's no way Sam's going to beat Steve in an arm wrestling contest.
No, exactly.
It's just not going to happen, right? So,
yeah.
Number two, he recovers faster than Steve does when the MadBomb effect wears off after. Now, could have been, Steve was closer. Cap was closer.
Yeah, he had his hands on it. It was,
All right,
I'm
just saying.
Have an issue with that.
But like he, swoops in and rescues the old lady, and then when they get to the test leading up to Secretary Kissinger. Steve's kind of naive about the whole situation, right? Whereas Falcon is like on top of things from the get-go and is like ahead, charging down that tunnel, dealing.
That's true.
Yeah. So interesting. I thought that, Falcon was doing a great job here. So.
Yeah, no, all good points. Yeah. I did think it was a little odd. I was like, yeah, Steve's going to beat him in an arm.
He's playing with him.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I hear what you're saying.
You feel what I'm laying down? You picking up what I'm laying down?
Yeah, sure,
yeah,
Bob.
All right.
That's go with that lingo. All right, I go first.
All right.
You went first the last time
That's
we covered
fair.
comic, which was episode 271.
Favorite panel, Rick?
I'm going to go. I don't think I'm stealing this from you. I'm going with page 18 in the actual comic. That was the one where they were going down the corridor. And I'm going with panel 6. And it's the one where the missile is coming at Cap's face, but he takes his shield and with his left hand and nails it midair, splintering it. He puts his right hand arm up to cover his face. And I just thought that was a really cool way of Kirby demonstrating Cap's reflexes.
Yeah, I like that too. Yeah. Reminds me of, like the old Robin Hood, right? Where he could shoot his arrow right down the middle of another arrow. Had that same sort of cool effect.
Yeah.
Yeah, love it. Good.
How about you? What do you got, a favorite panel?
Well, I'm working off the omnibus, so it's hard for me to say what page it's on. But in the omnibus, it's 14 pages into the comic. It's that first reveal of Henry Kissinger, Rick, when they come shooting out of that tunnel, and it's Steve and it's Cap. I mean, it's a great rendition of Steve and Sam coming out of that tunnel, and then Henry Kissinger looking at his watch, timing them. How cool is that?
Mm-hmm. Not happy with you.
Yeah, well, it's a fan favorite.
Not happy. All right, Bob, what's going on your t-shirt?
It's quirky, I gotta admit.
Mm-hmm.
Top right panel, last page. We can't fail. We mustn't fail, not when our objective bears the label of Big Daddy.
That would be fun.
And it's a close up of, Steve. You just see the bottom part of the A and his eyes, and he's looking at the picture,
Yeah.
holding the
And
picture.
Big Daddy's in huge font and
Huge
quotes.
lip. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So just having that one panel on a shirt, I think would be hilarious.
I like that for sure. For me, t-shirt is something. So I was thinking of the cover, but it's been used so much. Like, we wouldn't. There's already plenty out there. But I'm going to go with page 10, where Cap goes and he reaches the MadBomb,
Yeah.
and he starts laughing hysterically. I've got it, and he's just laughing because
Yep.
he's
Yep.
I think that would be a good one on a t-shirt.
Indeed. Indeed. Who wouldn't want a T-shirt with the actual Mad Bomb on it?
Right. And mad and Cap going mad
Yeah.
with Kirby crackle and everything.
That's good stuff. That's good
Mm-hmm.
stuff. And how about your time capsule, Rick?
Well, Bob, you took that with Mr. Henry Kissinger.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I'm going to go with the cover
Ooh.
because it says King Kirby is back. And the fact that Jack Kirby is returning to Captain America, that, my friend, is a pretty big deal. And I think is worthy of a time capsule. And you?
Well, I'm gonna go with something that is a period piece. Of course, I wanted to go with Kissinger as well. I thought, I'm gonna go with the lingo. So, the first example is that panel where they're being escorted into the compound. And Sam says, "Man, these jocks sure look nervous." I had to look that up, right? Because I'm like, when you hear the word jock, what do you think?
I think of an athlete.
You think of an athlete, right? Yeah, and that's what I think of too. But back in World War II, it was it was really a slang for Scottish soldiers. But it was used more broadly to refer to other soldiers as well. So here we have Kirby drawing on his experience. And we have other ones in this story as well. Great Jupiter. Who says that anymore? Although I made a resolution. In fact, I wrote it down. I'm going to try to start using
Jupiter.
I'm going to start using that one more. So it's really the lingo, right? The lingo of the times, and they're really at a transition point here, because you see Kirby using some of the lingo, or trying to use some of the lingo of that time period, but he also is working in some of the earlier lingo from when he was a young man. So, but I think a lot of folks looking back, if you pick this up, a Gen Z, as you mentioned earlier, picked this up and read this, they would be like, "What on earth is he talking about?"
So you mentioned when Jack was younger, right?
Mm-hmm.
I looked it up. Do you know how old Jack was when he did this issue? Take a guess.
45?
58.
58. Was he that old? Yeah.
Was he that old? Bob, remind me how old you are again?
Well, I guess as of this recording, I am, Rick. So, yeah.
Was he that old?
That old codger.
Oh, yeah.
Good for him for trying the young kids lingo.
Yeah, I know, right?
He's risen. He's got the riz.
It's nice.
Yeah.
6'7". So, all right. Well, this was a good start. This was a good start to kicking off our long tail story. And if you want to hear part 2, which would be Captain America 194, make sure you come back in 4 weeks, which would be episode 278 that comes out on February 11th. So make sure you come back for that. I do want to say, Bob, I want to read, we got a
Cease and desist letter?
no, we got a new Apple review.
Oh, okay. That's better.
Yeah. Do you want to hear this Apple
Yeah,
review?
I absolutely do.
All right. This is a 5-star review from Pen2K, and it was given on December 3rd. And the title to this one is, What Would Cap Do If He Had a Podcast? This podcast covers all things Cap related from the 1960s to today. Friendly, knowledgeable hosts bring a lot of fun in every episode. First class podcast, all caps. Bob, which one of us is friendly and which one of us is knowledgeable?
Oh, that's a tough one.
I know, right?
Yeah, it's a tough one.
All right. Well, thank you, Pen2K. And guess what, Pen2K? You won the 6-month subscription to coverprice.com. So thank you for your entry into the contest. And you are a winner. So please reach out to me at capcomicfans@gmail.com so that I can get you hooked up with your half-year subscription to Cover Price.
That's awesome. A lot of great features on that site. So
Yeah.
you're going to enjoy it.
100%. And also, we just want to remind people, if you want to give a 5-star review, make sure you go onto Apple, and we will be happy to read that here. And also, if you want to support the show in other ways, in the show notes of every one of our episodes is a little link that will take you to the top 10 free and quick ways that you can support the show. And anywhere from just liking us here, leaving a comment there, to anyway, again, fast and free, different ways that you can support the show. If you want to go beyond free and support the show financially, you can go to buymeacoffee.com/CapComicFans, and you can sign up there for a Shield Slinger level, which is $5 a month. And $5 a month gets you a bunch of perks, including, after 3 months, you get a What Would Cap Do challenge coin that we will send out to you. And you get entered into all our contests. You get to submit questions for our guests, all kinds of fun things. So make sure you check that out at buymeacoffee.com/CapComicFans.
You can't beat that value, Rick. You really can't.
It's like the price of a comic, but you get 4 or 5 episodes a month.
Yeah. I mean, and all this fun, this friendliness, and this knowledge.
Yeah. And we might even know you by first name, like Tom and Grant.
And James.
That's true, right? Yeah. And thanks, everybody. We really appreciate your comments on Facebook, on YouTube, on Spotify. So please continue to send those too. We'd love seeing those. Bob, any final words before we call this an episode?
No, I just hope everybody's having a great New Year, Rick, like you and I.
Absolutely. Whatever that means.
Whatever that means.
Yeah. All right. For Bob Lucius, I'm Rick Verbanis, and you have been listening to another episode of the Captain America Comic Book Fans Podcast.